Brown, brown sugar, that brown, brown, hey. 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 Brown, brown sugar, that brown, brown, hey.
And we're live today on a Thursday afternoon. Glad you guys can make it. I'm going to be talking about the hottest rental market in the entire USA. And I bet you if you know I'm talking about it, you know where it is. And then right after I talk about the hottest rental market in the USA, I'm going to talk to you about a deal that you can get involved in here in the USA, here in South Florida. We'll be right back and we're going to get going. So let's do this.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Okay, so as you guys know, my name is Barry Cunningham. I am a real estate investor and burgeoning real estate developer here in South Florida. Been in the game for 25 plus years, seen it all, went through the flipping, went through the condo conversions, made my bones on foreclosures, taught short sales around the country, and now I'm settling into that development, urban refill, as I call it, taking down houses, either renovating them, tearing them down, or building up new. And right now also, because the market is so smoking hot here in South Florida, arguably the hottest market in the country for rentals, we're getting a look at some amazing deals, and the rents are skyrocketing. I don't want to hear from people who are terrified that landlords make too much money. This show's not for you. Nope, not for you. This show here is for people who want to make money in real estate. And it's not a how-to show. I'm not going to teach you. I'm not going to do any of that, but we're going to talk about what's going on right now in South Florida, actually across the country. And then specifically, we're going to talk about a deal here in South Florida that I'm going to let you get involved in if you're looking for it. So something interesting popped up on CNBC today. I don't know if you saw it. And so I'm going to take a look at that right now. And we're going to read some stuff and then we're going to listen to a video. But this article popped up this morning and it says here, let me scroll up a little bit. Rent for single family homes surged 10% in September, boosted by pricey for sale market and job growth. So let's just take that for a second. The real estate market for rentals here across the country isn't just being fueled by rentals. It's being fueled by high priced rentals. That's a strong caveat that I want you to pay attention to. When you're looking at doing deals, so many of the fix and flip guys are dealing in the hood, and they're dealing with crappy properties, and they're dealing with Section 8, and they're dealing with affordable housing. Been there, done that, threw away the t-shirt. Here in South Florida, just like what's happening in the rest of the country, it's the higher price rentals that are making the most sense right now. Think about that. People are fleeing from points north, and I'm going to prove that to you so you don't have to wonder, but people are fleeing from points north, coming down to South Florida, Texas, where the freedom is, and with the hyperinflation that we're seeing right now. And I do mean hyperinflation, that we really don't see an end to it. Who knows when it's going to happen? Wait to see what happens this winter for heating fuel. Just wait till you see what happens. You think people are going to stay there and pay exorbitant prices just to live in the Northeast and freeze and not have heating oil? Or are they going to come down here to paradise? No masks, no mandates, plenty of opportunity. And if you have money, some really, really nice places to live. So let's take a look at this article very intently. And this was today at 2:17 p.m. by Diana Olick of CNBC. First of these bullet points, rents for single-family homes rose 10.2% nationally year over year, up from a 2.6% increase of last year. And here we go. I'm going to go ahead and highlight that for you right there. Miami, South Florida saw the highest gain in the nation. Highest. And wait till you see how high. Oh yeah. This is what really catches my eye and what maybe catch your eye. The priciest rental homes that we're seeing, as well as CNBC is seeing, now you have to understand that the priciest are in the higher luxury market. We're talking $5,000 and as much as $50,000 per month. Do the math. If you can pick up a property, you're not going to steal something down here. You're going to have to buy it. You may have to find something that you can renovate. And we're not talking, just a little bit of drywall and carpet. We're talking about luxurious renovation. The kind of stuff where people walk in and go, I want it. I want the staged furniture. I want everything. I want to show up with my toothbrush and move in. And I'll pay you $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. That's what's selling down here. That's what's selling and that's what's renting. So if you're prepared to get into this type of a market, it's something you're going to want to take a look at. So let's continue here as we go down, and I'll show you this video later. But it says rents, increased 10.2% nationally in September, up from 2.6% year over year. Improved job growth and sky-high prices for the sale market added to the already huge demand. Not telling you something you don't know. If you're in real estate and you're in some of these other areas, you already see what's happening. Down here, it's just, wow, it's amazing. Absolutely, I'm not making it up. Don't take my word for it. CNBC is telling you. While 93% of consumers said they believe owning a home is a good investment, competition in the buying market is forcing more potential buyers to remain renters. Now you need to think about that for a second. These are people who may want to buy, but can't find something that they want to buy, but they have the cash to live comfortably. I had talked to a friend of mine who's a realtor who had a woman in her family that needed a 5-bedroom house. I talked about this before. They needed a 5-bedroom house near a synagogue. And you'll understand this if you understand the Jewish market, so that she could walk and her family could walk to services. Shiva. I think that's what it's called. Shabbat. She couldn't find anything. She had $5 million available and she couldn't find a house that she wanted. So what does she do? She ends up renting something for $28,000 a month. That's what CNN is talking about here. People are coming down with cash, want to buy something, and they can't find anything, so they're jumping into these high-price rentals. You think the short-term rental market in other areas is crazy? You haven't seen anything until you've seen these kind of numbers. I mean, it's just sick. So let's continue with this. The single-family market is particularly hot right now. Yeah. As people want more space and as a huge millennial generation ages into marriage and parenthood. So obviously they needed bigger houses. And what they're seeing is what they're paying up in New York. They can get a spacious house down here, often on the water. They can buy a boat, dock it. I had a buddy of mine who lives in New York who just brought his boat down here. It's amazing. The lifestyle completely changes. Who wouldn't want to live here? And don't give me the crap about Florida isn't. I don't want to hear the political BS. Life down here is awesome. So let's continue here. Single family rental rates remain near 25-year lows. Rent growth should continue to be robust, especially as the labor market improves. Next video I do, I'm going to talk about all of the Wall Street companies that are moving to South Florida. Right now, Miami and South Florida is being dubbed the Wall Street of the South. Think about that. People with money and people with opportunity are taking that money and opportunity to South Florida. Makes sense, doesn't it? Absolutely. Now, here's the biggest thing you need to take a look at. Rent growth is strong in every price tier, but strongest at the very top. That's what I'm talking about. The higher the rent, the more luxurious the property, whether it be a condo or a house, the more people are willing to pay to live in luxury. And those, boom, that's where the money is. Higher price. It goes through the different price tiers and shows you what people are willing to pay. And the bottom one right here, 125% more than the regional median price. That's at the luxury level. I mean, think about that. That's at the highest level that you can purchase. When you come down here to South Florida and you're looking for something near the beach, something near the intercoastal, maybe something on the beach or on the intercoastal, you already know you're going to be paying big money. You're not looking for the discount. You're not looking to, slide in. You're going to find something that you like and you're going to pay for it. Down here, money talks. Absolutely. No tricks, no schemes. Buy the property, make sure it's luxurious, and it'll rent. And so as you go down here, this is what's funny. It says some markets are hotter than others. Duh. Of course they are. Rent growth was strongest in Miami with a stunning, they used the word stunning, 25.7, almost 26% year over year gain. And it says Miami also has one of the highest median rents in the country. So what's that mean? Let's say you can get into a house, I don't know, let's say for $475,000. You put $120,000 into it. You're into it for $595,000 or $600,000, and that house will then rent. And I'm not talking about Airbnb, which is a whole different ball game, but it would rent on an annual basis for $600 to $6,500 to $7,000 a month. Yeah, do the numbers there. Do the numbers yourself on that. That's absolutely sick. You have to understand these kind of numbers are what's enticing a lot of the big money to come down here to South Florida. Is that something you want to get involved in? We're going to talk about that as soon as we get back.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market. Hey,
I love jamming to my own theme music. Just love it. In any event, now we're going to watch a video by CNBC where Diana Olick even highlights further what's going on in, these high rental markets like South Florida. Let's check this out.
For single-family homes, a report out today marks a new milestone. Diana Olick joins us with the details. Diana?
Well, Kelly, rent growth is officially in the double digits for single-family homes, up just over 10% in September year over year. That's according to CoreLogic. Now compare that to barely 3% annual growth a year ago. More jobs and sky-high prices in the for-sale housing market added to already strong demand for single-family rentals fueled by the pandemic. Now vacancy rates are around a 25-year low. So once again, it's that supply-demand imbalance pushing prices.
Okay, supply, demand, meaning there's so many people that are looking for rentals. They just need to get out of these areas right now. They don't have time to wait for a build out. They want to move, and they want to move now.
While rents are rising in all price tiers, the priciest rentals are seeing the biggest gains. And of course, all real estate is local, so Miami is topping the charts with rent up nearly 26% from a year ago, followed by Phoenix, Vegas, Austin, and San Diego. It's likely those top three are getting a boost from the return of the tourism industry.
Bingo! The money is coming here. Look at that chart. I got my head in the way there. But Miami is far and above everybody else. Miami at 25.7% year over year gain. Closest one is Phoenix. And after that, you've got Vegas and San Diego and Austin seem to be fighting it out. But that's huge for us. And that's huge if you want to get involved in a deal.
Austin is also seeing a huge influx of tech workers. At the bottom of the ladder, Chicago, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., and New York City.
Whoa. The bottom of the barrel. Chicago, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C., New York, Boston. Well, what are all these places have in common? I'm not going to go political here, but do you see the difference? I mean, seriously, do you see the difference? I just got back from a trade show up in Baltimore, and I met with some investors as well. And I've had some experience in Baltimore. My dad lived there years ago. The place was dead, absolutely dead. They killed it. And you can see by these numbers, that is exactly what's going on.
Just under 5% rent growth from a year ago. D.C., Boston, and New York already had very high rents, and Philly and Chicago have higher than average unemployment. Kelly?
Wow.
Higher than average unemployment. So you've got a sinking rent market. You've got higher than average unemployment. You're moving into what amounts to a very scary winter ahead with heating prices. Very scary. You've got violence. Why would you want to stay in this kind of market? Why would anybody look to stay in these areas? Why would you want to be there? I don't. I don't know about you. You want to be in South Florida.
Rents, I guess, and from that point of view, maybe home builder sentiment rising is a good thing, but I can't imagine it's going to help on the supply issue in the near term.
Well, the problem is that they don't have the land, labor, materials, the shortages, the supply chain.
Bingo. That's something else big. Florida, actually, eastern South Florida, is landlocked. There's nothing else here. You either buy something, fix it up, tear it down, whatever you're going to do, but you're just not going to buy 4 or 5 acres of land and build a house. It just doesn't exist. Everything from basically northern Palm Beach County all the way down through Miami-Dade, east South Florida, near the water, where the money is. There's nothing there to buy. I mean, if you're going to build, there's just nothing available, because at this point it's all built out. So you either have to buy something existing or you have to rent. And if you buy something existing, you're going to have to, renovate it to the way you want it renovated. So that's out of the means for a lot of people who need to get out of Dodge quickly up north.
And so we even saw it from D.R. Horton last week when the chairman said they're actually slowing their sales to make sure that they can get the homes to their buyers fast enough that they're not late on deliveries. So you still have a lot of demand, which of course makes the home builders happy, but they still can't get enough homes out fast enough. And that's a real problem in the market.
Yeah, and it's a big component of inflation, core inflation especially, and all the economists are watching to see where.
Inflation. She mentioned that just as they were closing. She mentioned a key variable in this entire thing. If your dollar is going to buy less, that's pretty much what inflation means. Your best hedge is to get out of the highest inflation areas, like Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, Boston, Philly, if I said it already. That's why those areas are decreasing so much. When I was in Baltimore, I was in the Inner Harbor, which years ago was a place of bustling activity. It was just tourist central. Everything was fun. There were clubs. There was, of course, the aquarium. There's restaurants. And it was a ghost town. And the only real attraction I enjoyed was looking over from my hotel room, watching the helicopter fly around with the spotlight, looking for criminals. That's what's going on in these inner cities. That's what's causing so many problems. And at this point, what do you think is going to take to fix that? And who's going to fix it? I'm not sure. So right now, if you see the data and it says that South Florida is the number one rental market in the country, number one, and you're interested in investing in rental real estate, and it's the higher tier properties that are renting the fastest, where do you want to be? I mean, I'm not a mathematician by trade, but I can do simple mathematic formulations. Supply, demand, luxury, war zones. So I'm on Twitter a lot, maybe too much, and I see people talking about investing in real estate. And one of the things that I don't understand, except for the ones that are selling courses and trying to do events and everything else, yeah, I know how that works. Been there, done that, already said that. But if you truly want to get involved in arguably the best market in the country, I got something for you. And I'm going to go over that right when I get back. Just stay tuned.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.
Okay, so I picked up a house, and it's in a great location in eastern Boca Raton. We're talking about a mile from the beach, maybe a mile and a half. And, I've got a video that I put together for that property, and that's me outside talking about it. And I'm going to go through this really quick right now. This is the house. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house in eastern Boca Raton. It needs a full rehab. I mean, full. New roof, everything in it. Whoa, what just happened there? And let me just go ahead and get out of that. Oops, excuse me. But anyway, it needs a full rehab. And in this rehab, you're going to go from, let me just cue it up here. Oh, I know, I had already produced it, that's why. So here's the house. It's a 3-2. It's got about 1,700 square feet under air. It's in a great neighborhood. This house that you're seeing right now sold for $600,000. That's in a quiet neighborhood with a school and a church on the end. That house that sold for $600,000. Let me see if I'll scroll back a little bit. This white house over here is now an Airbnb, and it's also being rented out to students. We're not too far from FAU here. So those of you that are into student rentals, this is another possibility for this property. And so I'm just doing a quick pan, and we're going to look around here. And this is the street. This is the school down there. And now we're going to go into the house. And so it needs a roof. As you can see, it needs a new roof. And it's pretty dated. Original stuff all the way through. But it sits in a great neighborhood. Sits in a really good neighborhood. Again, that's that house that's sold for $600,000 in March. That's now being used as an Airbnb, and it's a heck of a house. Now, when we go in, you can see what I mean by it needs a full rehab. Need new floors, needs new drywall, needs new everything. Lighting. The kitchen has got to come completely out. This kitchen is complete old. But it's got good bones and everything here. We just got to rip everything out. And as you go around through the house, I would put hurricane windows in, hurricane impact windows, because you got to make sure this house is luxurious. If it's a luxurious renovation, this thing is going to max out. There is nothing. Let me stop this for a second, just so you can hear this. There is nothing available to rent in this specific market under $6,000 a month. Nothing for rent under $6,000 a month. In addition, the houses that are renting for, between $6,000 and $7,000, some of them don't have pools. This one has a great pool that I'll show you. So it's even more valuable. Now I'm really going to blow you away. A house in the same subdivision that was luxuriously renovated just sold, which is the reason why I'm doing this video, just sold last weekend for $798,000. I've got this bad boy under contract for $475,000. Do the numbers. There's some serious spread here. So let's go ahead and continue through this dog of a house that we have to renovate. So as you're looking at this house, it's got what we call a Florida room out here in the back. And this Florida room's got sliders and, all these windows that used to be the exterior of the house that they've turned into a Florida room. So we'd have to go ahead and renovate that as well. And it leads to the outside. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. It's got a hot tub that needs to be replaced. Big yard, big yard that we're going to have to, rip that out, do some really custom landscaping, make an outdoor kitchen. That's what people down here want. But the big selling point with this property is what we can do with this outside, because that's the money shot. It's got a huge pool that's working, that's clean and ready to go. So I don't know what these people did and why they let the rest of the house go to hell, but they kept this pool pristine. And so, the rest of the house is pretty much going to have to be completely renovated. This is a bedroom. Looks like this is the front bedroom. Terrible tile. That's all got to come out. New windows. Look at that closet. What a piece of crap that is. Down the hall, this is bedroom number 2. I don't know what they did with this closet space over here. It's ridiculous. All this has to come out. As you walk down the hall, there's the bathroom number 1. All the fixtures are original. We got to rip all that out. There's a closet down the master bedroom hallway, and then we're going to walk really quick. And this is into the master. Okay, that was the walk-in closet that we're going to have to redo as well. That's a linen closet. And once you get past that, you're going to walk into what looks like the master bedroom walk-in closet sitting right there. got to be redone. This is the master bedroom, and there's the master bath. You got to redo all this stuff. I mean, literally redo all this stuff. So that's what we're looking to do. I've got a GC. I've got my estimates. We're looking at putting $125,000 into this house, which basically is taking it from that condition that it's in right now and making it a luxurious rental. So I'm looking for people who may want to partner in this type of a deal. I can send you the paperwork and and everything on what kind of numbers we're looking at. But you got to be serious. And we're looking to close this thing in a couple weeks. And I can send you the information. Go ahead and leave me a message. Go ahead and DM me. I mean, this thing is going to be a real moneymaker very soon. That's me coming out the house, doing my best Chef Ramsay routine. But I'm looking for people who want to do a deal. I'm looking for people who are interested in getting involved in some property here in South Florida. If you're interested in seeing how this can work for you, and so you can see what the cash on cash return would be if you bought it, if you want to see the returns if you partner with me and we hold it as a rental, or if you just want to tell me to go pound sand and you want to take it yourself, we can even talk about doing something like that. But it's rare that you're going to find an opportunity like this here in South Florida. I got another one, because people contact me all the time. But this property, I think, is situated in such a way that, as I said, we have the direct comp that just sold at $798,000. Boom. That's a touchdown. That's an absolute touchdown. And I can't tell you how many calls I get from people up north who ask me, do I have something that they can move into? So with all this data, you can see what kind of value you're seeing on this property. I don't look to do strip malls. I don't look to do high rises. I specialize in single family homes on the east side of South Florida. And I cater to a market that's willing to pay $6,000, $7,000, $10,000 or more per month as a rental, or get the jumbo mortgage and buy a house for $800,000 to $1 million too. That's what I look to do. If you're interested, by all means, give me a call. Well, that's it for now. I think tomorrow I'm going to be talking about, well, maybe not tomorrow. I can't do these every day because we are swamped. But what I'm going to talk to you about is how Miami and South Florida is becoming the Wall Street of the South. It's amazing what's going on down here. And I'd love to have you participate. Send me a message, send me an email, either one, direct message, text, give me a call. Talk to you soon.
Your source for profit. Hear what you need to know to succeed in today's real estate market.